WXII 12 News at noon starts right now.
Students at Florida State University are trying to make sense of the deadly attack on their campus. We're hearing their first-hand accounts of the chaos that unfolded. Plus, the first black man to be the presiding bishop of the Episcopal Church is coming to the Triad for Easter weekend, where you can hear him speak. And members of one Triad community are speaking out against a planned natural gas pipeline in the area. Why one resident says the matter is about community safety. First at noon, officials at Florida State University say all classes and school events will be canceled today. This comes after 2 people died and at least 5 others were injured in a mass shooting on campus yesterday. Officers shot the suspected gunman, who remains hospitalized. Ivan Rodriguez joins us from Tallahassee, Florida, with the latest on this investigation.
Needless to say, the community is gutted this morning. Right behind me is the Student Union building. This is the area where a gunman opened fire on victims. 2 adult men who were killed were not students. All other victims are currently in stable condition in the hospital. The suspect has been identified as a 20-year-old FSU student and also the son of a Leon County Sheriff deputy.
We saw cops running, students running. It was just like complete chaos.
Witnesses recount terror and disbelief during a deadly shooting rampage at Florida State University yesterday. 2 people are dead and several are wounded as a result of that violence. One student says she was walking across the green near the Student Union building when she saw a man standing near an orange Hummer with a gun.
He turned towards the Union, and that's when I saw him shoot a woman in purple scrubs in her back, and I just started running.
Reed Saybold was near a classroom when other students ran in yelling about a shooter.
So we immediately did as we were taught to do in high school. We turned off the lights, locked the doors, barricaded under our desks.
Saybold says he knew the shooter and that he was asked to leave an extracurricular political club a few years ago because of unsettling behavior. Authorities say the suspect is an FSU student and the son of a sheriff's deputy. When he was arrested, he was carrying a handgun that used to be her service weapon.
I think it's just very sad that he would do that to a school, let alone do that to his mom, knowing that that's her job and what she works for is to keep people, especially students, safe.
The alleged shooter was also a longtime member of the Youth Advisory Council at the Sheriff's Office. The university says that until 2 p.m. today, students will be able to come to these areas of campus, these buildings like this one here behind me, to retrieve any belongings they may have left behind. There's also a vigil set for later this evening. In Tallahassee, I'm Ivan Rodriguez.
And our coverage on this shooting will continue online. You can find the latest updates on WXII12.com as well as our free mobile app. A school bus crash in South Carolina has left 1 person dead and multiple others are injured. New this afternoon, the Chester County coroner says a 13-year-old boy who was in the 8th grade died in that crash. It happened on Interstate 77 in Chester County. A spokesperson for the city of Lancaster confirms 5 people were taken to local hospitals in critical condition. District officials say the students were traveling from a field trip in Charlotte when a tire blew out, causing the driver to lose control. A Walkertown man is charged with cockfighting and drug possession. The sheriff's office arrested 21-year-old Benito Penaloza yesterday. Deputies say they received a complaint about possible animal abuse at a home on Ben Lane Monday. They seized 54 roosters there. They searched another property on Rock Lane Drive and seized another 85 roosters. Greensboro police are searching for the suspect in a stabbing outside the Interactive Resource Center. Officers say the man is now recovering at a hospital after being found in the parking lot yesterday. Officers have issued a warrant for a woman they say drove away from the scene right after. The IRC says the man stabbed receives services at the facility, but the woman does not. Police in Winston-Salem are investigating a video making the rounds on social media showing a minor being dragged, punched, kicked, and stomped. Investigators say this happened on Piedmont Circle. They say the video was sent to them through the anonymous text-a-tip program. No arrests have been made so far, but officers say they have made contact with the victim. Winston-Salem police have also made an arrest in a homicide case. Kelvin Jackson is charged now with the murder of Milton Seguian. He died yesterday after being shot multiple times at an apartment complex on Town Square Drive. The SWAT team found Jackson in Davidson County yesterday. Investigators say he was in a stolen car that belonged to the victim. The Winston-Salem State University student accused of shooting a man on campus is now facing a $1 million bond. Jaylon Stallings was in court yesterday on an added charge of attempted first-degree murder. If convicted, he could face life in prison without parole. A Winston-Salem road has been named in honor of Forsyth County Sheriff Bobby Kimbrough. A section of Church Street is now designated as Bobby F. Kimbrough Jr. Boulevard. The sheriff says Mayor Alan Joines and the supporters of Bobby Kimbrough made the designation to recognize him for more than 40 years of service in law enforcement. All right, checking the weather for your weekend. We're starting it off nice on this Friday, Dylan.
Yeah, not bad at all, right? Beautiful outside. Blue sky, sunshine. We'll take a live look over Graham. Folks getting out and about and enjoying some of that sunshine, the warm weather. Happy to see Graham there, Alamance County checking in. It's a little bit warmer outside as well. You'll notice a bit breezy at times too, about 5 to 10 degrees warmer right now than where we were yesterday. That puts us in the low 70s here at lunchtime. 72 Greensboro, Burlington at 73. We've got some mid and upper 60s in the mountains and foothills, but all across the board a really, really nice day. If you thought yesterday's temperatures were comfortable, then today is going to be even better. It is a bit breezy though. The southwesterly winds have picked up. We've had some 15 to 20, maybe 25 mile-per-hour gusts at times across the Piedmont. That wind's going to stay with us really for the rest of the day, overnight, and into our Easter weekend too. But other than that, no weather-related issues. Plenty of sun. We'll be near 80 later this afternoon. Warm and breezy. 70s for your Friday evening. Friday evening plans looking good, and then eventually into the 60s overnight tonight. So another beautiful day across the Carolinas with high pressure still in control. But as this area of high pressure moderates back and forth a bit over the weekend, that'll allow for the breeze, some warmer temperatures, and also some extra clouds. So we're going to talk more about that Easter weekend forecast. I mentioned just how high those temperatures will climb and that small shower chance for Easter Sunday too. So stick around.
Dylan, thank you. Community members in Guilford County are sharing concerns about a proposal for a new pipeline in the Triad. Our Sarah Sowers spoke to one resident who says her protest of the pipeline is more than a personal fight. It's about community safety and protecting drinking water.
There is no amount of money that they can pay me that will make me feel good about this happening.
Brenda Cheney says pipeline construction disrupted her property in the past. She has 5 horses, and she's concerned about the danger of disturbing existing pipes and leaking gas.
They're not doing anything to the existing 3. They're adding a 4th. So if anything goes wrong with any pipes, it's going to be massive.
Guilford County commissioners and roughly 30 community members heard a presentation from Caroline Hansley of the Sierra Club on the potential environmental and health risks of the proposed pipeline. The proposed Transco-Williams pipeline is a federal project that would add more than 8 miles of 42-inch wide pipe underground in Guilford County from Oak Ridge to Kernersville. The pipes could carry more than 1 million decatherms of pressurized natural gas underneath Triad soil in Guilford, Forsyth, and Davidson counties, joining existing pipelines. Speakers shared several reasons of concern: risk of explosion, leaking natural gas, and well water quality.
I could deal with what they're going to do to my property personally if I felt good about their safety record, but I don't.
Those 3 reservoirs are of our main concern, plus Oak Ridge, all the residents are on wells. And so if anything were to happen to those folks drinking water, where would they get water from?
The Federal Energy Regulatory Commission requires an environmental assessment before it would approve the project. Community members and the County Commission have the ability to comment on the proposed project and provide feedback about safety mitigation suggestions. Cheney says support from county leadership would be in the best interest of everyone.
You've got the reservoirs for Greensboro that are coming from that area. I just want my town council and my county commissioners to hear and to pass a resolution against this pipeline so that further research and studies can be done.
If the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission approves the project, pipeline expansion could start as soon as next year. Commissioners say the Williams Company was unable to attend the work session, but they were invited. They asked the company to present at another public session in the coming weeks. In Greensboro, contractors are getting ready to demolish the Belmead Street parking deck. Duke Energy has removed light poles on North Green Street. Road and sidewalk closures will begin Monday. The city closed the parking deck earlier this year due to structural issues. Officials are still discussing options for redeveloping that property. Forsyth County homeowners have access to free leaf mulch. That mulch will be available starting today at the Forum 52 Yard Waste Facility in Rural Hall. There will be giveaways every Saturday for the next 3 weeks between 8 a.m. and 3 p.m. The free mulch is only for Forsyth County homeowners in cars and pickup trucks with or without trailers. Most offices around the Triad are closed for the holiday weekend, including Winston-Salem city offices observing Good Friday today. Garbage collection scheduled for today will be picked up Monday instead, and recycling and yard waste collections will not be impacted. Greensboro city offices are also closed, but the city's transit agency and Access GSO will operate. They're just on a Sunday schedule with hourly services until 10 p.m. All parks, gardens, and trails are open to the public. Coming up, crews are making progress on several wildfires in the Carolinas. Where those containment efforts stand today. Plus, marathon runners go through months of training, all for one day of glory. But one thing out of their control is the changing climate. Up next, we'll tell you how they're adapting.